Well, hello, Peggy. Can you hear me, love? Let's clear this energy together. OMG. Peggy, are you here? I started early. Hi, if you're catching the replay, welcome to the channel. I'm Elizabeth. We're going to clear this energy here with a little Palo Santo, and then I'm going to go back over Lakanahana. Lakanahana. Hi, baby. Clear the energy with me, Miss Peggy. That boy of mine, whoo, whoo, you know, he's a Libra, balanced and sweet, but they've been getting hit hard. There we go. Hello, hello. You're my friend and my little sweetheart, my little pumpkin. I hope you're doing well today. I know you've been driving around like crazy. This Palo Santo. I know. But oh my gosh, when they get upset, I'm like, oh, this is hard to fix. I'm not used to you being upset, but he's better. And then he took the dog too. I think it's harder saying bye to the dog. And then Chano didn't want to go, Peggy. Not so much like leaving me or anything. Yeah, I'd like to think so. But he just was like, oh no, I'm not getting in that car for a trip to Arizona again. I'm glad you're relaxed now. I sat down and I was working on this. Can you see it? Like, I'm not artistic at all, Peggy. Hi, Kathy. Come on in. I started early. Kathy, my son has been coming and going and moving in and moving out and going through life, so I was like, let me just go live and calm down. Can you see it very well? No, like even this, Peggy, I'm not artistic, right? And these light codes look so simple. And I thought, why would I need a week to work with it? But it really kind of does take a week to get used to like the flow of it. And then once you do it, it seriously helps connect that heart mind connection when you feel overwhelmed or stressed or triggered. And as I doodle, I don't know if it's because I like to scry or what. I think it's because we're all intuitive and so creative that and such old souls too, that we know if we start engaging in this kind of energy, it just connects our heart and mind and we calm down. And I love Lakanahana, embody love and harmony, release fear. I always look at this as like it's an apple, but she talks about peeling away the layers to understand disharmony and this overall dis-ease so that we can embody love and harmony, trust ourselves and others. That's a hard one, right? So somewhere within this light code is that beautiful message. So as I felt triggered about, I don't know what it is, if it's just worry as a mom. I know I always think of it as an apple too. But we're going to work with this one till Friday, and then I want to introduce you guys to a new one. It's just really cool. There's just something about it that as you do it a little bit every day, it really does work. It's kind of incredible. And then I also, do you guys see images? It is kind of like two hearts. When you practice drawing it, it like I'll start here and I go this way and I do this part and then I come this way and I wrap it in And then I've got accustomed to drawing these backwards, and then I know where the dots go. So I've gotten accustomed to it, but it does take like a week of doing it and just kind of attuning your mind and body in that way. And so I was going to ask you guys, do you see these kind of things in shadows on the walls and in clouds and things like that? Because I do. I wonder, let me see if I can pull up a picture I want to show you guys that came up on my wall one day. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Sorry if you can't see me. I'm not gone. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Otherwise, I don't want to waste time. If you have numerology, put your dates in there and names, especially if you want to know about who the connection of the people you're talking about, family, mom, dad, brothers, children. Let's see what's going on, what your soul contracts are, why you're here. And I don't know if you can see all my pictures, but you're welcome to. Oh, I can't find it. Okay. I'll find it and share it with you guys. Oh my gosh, Kathy, you should see how many times. Like, look what happened the first, where is it? This is what I already started. I made this page for you guys and wrote about it. And then look, what is that? What is that? So I was like, no, I'm starting over. Okay, Kathy. Oh, I have one more thing I want to show you guys. I swear, I'm like show and tell at kindergarten. These are feathers that I find. Peggy, these are the most recent. Look at that. Look at that, you guys. Isn't it so pretty? Hi, Judy. Like, and then I have these. This feels like it came from an owl. And you guys, these feathers are when I am absolutely begging my angels and my spirits for a sign. You know, and I have many white ones, but I wanted to show you. Look at this big daddy I found recently. I think I don't know what this is. Any hawk? Yeah, hawks. Lots of osprey, you guys. Look at this black and white one. But this little guy I found yesterday just like, hi Liz, here I am. Look how fluffy it is. Isn't it gorgeous? This could be an eagle feather. I wondered. It could be a pelican, but look, I don't know, y'all, but these are the special ones. And you know how I talk about Lindsay Knight all the time? She has a shaman made, like, it's like all these feathers put together and wrapped, and she plays the drum with it. I want to learn how to do that. Okay, I'm done with show and tell. I was super excited and I needed to calm down from Jensen. And this was a perfect example. You do, Judy? Oh gosh. Really? Can we text about that or call about that sometime? Because I want to learn more about the feathers and things I can do with them. I need to ask Lindsay too. But yeah, I had to calm down from being a mom. I'm way too Cancerian for this, you know, coming and going stuff. All right, let me get my mind together here. Now I saw that is so cool. You guys, you know what we're going to do sooner than later? How about this? How about for members and all my special friends, you know, I want you all to be members, but even if you're not, let's do a Zoom call together and like just shoot the shit and talk about really cool things. Let me get my am I allowed to say shoot the shit? Sorry, I cuss a lot. I don't mean to offend anybody. But what do you think about like a member only Zoom call? once a month or something. Wouldn't that be fun? So we can really just hang out, like, maybe twice a month, because there's only a few of us. Yeah, I need some girl time. Now I got the house to myself. So I was upset for about 5 minutes. I cracked my own self up. SLT says way worse. Oh, SLT. Who's SLT? But I watch Relatable Reese, you guys, and she's gonna come on the channel. Between the two of us, oh man, we're gonna have to watch our mouths. Who's SLT? Y'all are cracking me up. Oh, Steve's love tarot. I love him. And what about Tyler? He went on OnlyFans to do tarot on OnlyFans so he could say that he says some shit. That boy pisses me off. I swear he doesn't like Cancerians. I like him. He's funny, but he can get really ghetto, and okay, fine. But he picks on Cancerians, and but I'm not here to pick on anybody else's channel. God forbid they should watch mine. I know he lives in Vegas. Peggy, I'm coming. Let's go have a chat with him. Listen, if for nothing else, Peggy, we can learn how to go on OnlyFans from him. I'll just be like, Tyler, I love you, dude. Let's get together. You piss me off a little bit how you pick on Cancerians, but let's just get past that, and you tell me how to do readings on OnlyFans. As if anybody wants to see my boobs or whatever. I think not. All right, who came in first? And I want to work with members because I really only have till about 2:00. And I promised you guys deeper dives. So I'm looking at this. I think it was Kathy. Mom and dad. Boom, right there. Okay. Why isn't it showing? Show. There. Okay. Sorry for putting that up publicly. I hope that's okay with you. Kathy, let me get your info out too. 1 second, guys. Chat amongst yourselves. You're so good at it. What are you talking about anyway? He makes bank. Oh, I know. No, that's what I'm saying. I want to go. Let's go. I'm going to come visit Peggy, and I'm going to knock on Tyler's door, and I'll play journalist. I'll be like, "Hey, I'm a journalist, and I want to talk to you about yada yada." And then the second part I want to talk to you about is this OnlyFans thing. Can you help me make a lot of money on that? Oh, I hope Gigi comes in. I got to do a reading for her about business. Francesca, Kathy. I think I've got Kathy. All right, cool. Kathy, you're January 23rd. Is that right? Oh, I actually asked Jensen if he would be offended if he happened to see me, like showing feet or, doing something weird because I'm getting a little desperate. And he said, no. He said, no, I can't. 45,000 a week? Well, I'm done. Live is over. I'm done. I'm going to OnlyFans. Okay, good, Kathy. I wanted to make sure I had that. And of course, this is recording for you. So I hope you'll be able to come back and check it out. So I'm going to write this up for Kathy, you guys. Thanks for watching and listening. If I may explain that Kathy is a 10, a lot of butterfly energy there, but I'm going to take her to that magician energy. Is the light too bright? Let me see if I can get enough light, less light, maybe less light. You guys should be able to see better. That's a little better. That's a little better. Okay. All right. So Kathy is the alchemist, the magician, the emperor, the ruler, the leader, that old soul, Hierophant energy, and then the magician times 2. Kathy, again, you're in a 6th year. We did your kids too. This is so cool. So yeah, we talked about your mom and dad. Oh, your dad is a July 4th baby. Super cool. Wow, I can already see the connections, you know. And then let's do your mom down here. Aww. Wow. See that? So he's well, I did something wrong. Let me get my blingy calculator out that Miss Peggy gave me. I did something wrong. 10 and 5, 15, 6, 4, 7, 11, 17. It should be a 9. What did I do wrong here? 11, 12, 4, 5, 9, 10, and 7. What's wrong with me? Told you that boy rattled me. 10 and 7 is 18. He's a 9. Okay. So your dad is 9, 6, 4, 7. And remember, can you see that okay, Kathy? I hope you can remember it. And understand your dad is a 9, 6, 6, 9, 4, 7. He is very much an old soul, very creative, all that kind of leadership stuff. You definitely have a soul contract with him, but he overall is a 9. So there's quite a bit of a difference between you guys, I would say, with your being a 1. But let me see about your mom too. It's a 7, right? 6 and 10, 7, 7, 14, 15, 16. Wow. Did I do that right? 9, 10, 11. Yeah. So, interestingly enough, Kathy, does this make sense that you and your mom is very much an old soul? Can you see that number? Let me take this comment down. Your mom is 7772. She is the chariot, the warrior, the soldier. She definitely has had some past life crap. And also a warrior and a hero at the same time. And she's a high priestess. So I think intuitively you guys ping off each other. But I wonder, I wish I could talk to you because I wonder, was she there for you, Kathy? Were you close or was there a distance? Because she's definitely connected to your dad. But I feel like you and your dad have more in common. Does that make sense? And if you can, I know you're driving, but let me tell you a little bit of a difference between, or maybe some of the things you can look for in your dad. It does make sense. Okay, was your mom very much a part of your life at all? Or let me see a couple other things too. Kathy is 1966, 2301. So in 1966, when your mom had you, let's see what kind of year she was in. She was part of your life, or it was difficult, but definitely, I know you're driving, so be careful and just take what makes sense and what doesn't. I understand. Why am I being dumb today? Hold on a second, you guys. I feel like I screwed up again. Yeah. Hmm. You were very close to your mom. She was in a year of empowerment when she had you, so that's good. I think. Did they get along? Did your parents get along? Ah, she passed. When did your mom pass? I mean, you do have a lot in common with your dad, but there, if you can see the way these numbers interconnect, you can see, I believe you had a soul contract with your parents, 2020. I mean, obviously we of course we have soul contracts with our parents, right? But it's just interesting to see it play out. And then if we also look at your daughter, so Kathy, I'll even take a screenshot of this if you need this later, but your daughter is a 2-8-4-8, and your son, no, that was your daughter. Yeah, I feel like your daughter's very much connected to your mom and dad and you, if you can see that. She's a 2-8-4-8. And then when your mom passed, wow. When your mom passed, she was in a 4-year also. Hello, Gigi. I mentioned that you need a reading. So, Kathy, this is interesting. When she must really roll in this energy of 4, even though it's not in her numbers, it's in your and your daughter. And then when she had you, she was in a 4. When she passed, she was in a 4. And I love that for her too, because I think she passed no matter how difficult it was. She may have been feeling rather empowered, and you may not even know that. It's kind of a crazy thing to say. And you just lost your dad in 2024. I'm so sorry. Let me look at that for your dad. Wow. He was in a 10, kind of ending and beginning thing. I bet the last couple years were hard for him, Kathy, because 9 was like a rebirth year for him, and it was sort of an ending. Um, that would be interesting. I'm kind of curious how their passings were. Your mom was a Spitfire. Yeah, she feels like the ruler in the house, and I feel like you got a lot of that energy from her, you know? And no matter, even in her death, she was like, "I got this." I feel like your dad struggled a little bit more in his death, but understanding like that you have not lost connections with them. as I mentioned, you guys, I do this because these are all about soul connections. We do run in different energy, but when you start seeing, oh, okay, and this is how we're going to meet on the other side too. And every time I sit down to do these, I say to myself, I'm going to do it all pretty and lovely. And then I scribble all over the page. Kathy, did your dad have a kind of a longer death than your mom? And I want you to know right now that that's very recent that you lost your dad, and you're in a 6-year, which I'm sure I told you before, and I need my glasses, but this should be a year where you start to, oh, I didn't tell you? Okay. Oh, it wasn't? It wasn't. Okay, I'm not sure what no meant. But for you, having lost your parents, and I've been there, even though it's been a while, it takes so much healing work, and you just miss them. And you are in a 6-year of emotional healing. Did we talk about that? I hope, where you may not feel like this. Oh, it was vice versa. Isn't that interesting? Okay. I'll be the first to admit when I'm wrong. I kind of would have seen it another way, but interesting. What I can tell you for sure is they're still together. I hope they got along. I feel like there is a soul connection very strong there with them. And having gone through this, I know I felt like an orphan. I still feel like an orphan. And in the year that Kathy's in, she may feel abandonment issues through this and may have experienced loss and death. So now you're starting to recover from that. And there's going to be a lot of newness that comes in, Kathy. But yeah, I feel like I just want to give you a hug. And Peggy's mentioning it there too. Like, we just, no matter our age, we're all of a sudden like, whoa, the people that always really kind of had my back are not here. But you will come into a lot more faith and trust and emotional growth. And I know you have, because you've told me that a lot. And it is this year about restoring issues surrounding loss and fear of loss. So I hope that helps. Your mother must have been such an old soul, so intuitive. And I hope you've been here when I've read the chariot descriptions to you. But if you'll remind me, drop me a comment, maybe in this replay or something. I have a file on these numbers. You guys, I could share with you at least the main numbers so you can get an idea of the characteristics, the frequencies around these numbers. Much like astrology, they're going to tell you so much. And your mom has so much, 3 7s and then the high priestess. So these are files I can send you so you can understand. But I do believe that they are together. I feel like your dad was quite a leader and very creative. You and your mom must have had ESP together. Okay, yes. Will you remind me somehow? I'm happy to give you my text too, so you can text me and be like, hey. But I also can put some of this up as like member only posts, and I'm making a list to do that for you guys. Okay, now if you don't mind, I'm going to save all of this. I got your baby Ashley girl there too. And I'm going to do a reading for Gigi about her career options. Gigi, I know you're not on OnlyFans, but we were joking around about a lot of the tarot people who are on OnlyFans. And you know, Tyler, I know you watch Tyler Tarot. Peggy just told me he makes $45,000 a week on OnlyFans. All right, so we're going over there. You're welcome, Kathy. I have so much to tell you. So every time we go live, we'll keep going deeper and deeper. But I also want to share some really cool files with you guys, so I'll definitely do that. Now I've got to do a quick reading for Gigi. She's one of my founding members too. Also, Gigi, I think that for our members too, because I really want to like just hang out and have some cool time together. I'm going to start doing like a member only Zoom. Yeah, we're gonna go on OnlyFans. All right, so I'm just putting it out there. Oh, Kathy, let me take your parents' dates down. All right. So I'm gonna pull a reading about you going on OnlyFans, okay, babe? All right, here we go. Exactly. Exactamente. All right, I'm trying to not make you guys dizzy. Gonna require some tools, I'm saying. What she got? Why in the world would that dude be? Oh, because he have you heard him, Angie? First of all, he cusses, he talks about some crazy stuff that YouTube won't even put up with. Let's see what cards I got to use for her. First of all, Gigi, I want to pull an overall. My camera's going wonky on me. I need a better stand so it's not like right in my flippant lap. Oh yeah, Angie. Also, Angie, he doesn't like Cancerians. Just warning you, that's my opinion. I quit listening to him because every time he would talk about cancers, he was ragging about us. Like, I hate it. What is this? 3 flew out. Gigi, are you there, babe? I need you to pick. This is 1. No, wait, let's go this way. Hold on. I know what's wrong. My camera's not mirrored. Hold on a minute. It is. Dang it. Okay. This is 1, 2, 3. Okay, Gigi, I want you to pick one. Let's connect. I know you have the cutest little sayings. Angie's a cutie patootie. Gigi. 2. Aha. You guys, I got that. I just get this all the time. All the time. Okay, Gigi. First of all, this is a yes. I want you to know this is a key to it. Everything we've been talking about. I want you to know what is okay, this is going to crack you up, all right? Gigi, sit down. You're going to be the master teacher, you know what I'm saying? And it's the key to getting out of the situation that you've been wondering about. And look for your house. Look at that, Gigi. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at that. So Gigi's concerned about work and money because she has to protect her house. As you guys, if you've watched my lives with her, it's been something. So look at that, Gigi. Are you there, babe? Do you understand the significance of this without me? Yes, no. And I want to say also that when you see repeating digits, I want you to pay attention to that. But I also want you to see this as being more in control regarding work, being that master teacher. I want to shuffle one more time because there's something I just feel like it's going to come out. It's important It's going to look weird if it comes out. Let me see. Well, it's not what I was looking for, but the full moon, which is coming up on Saturday, Gigi, is going to be important. 32, 33, okay? Also, there we go with that hot air balloon again. And another 3. Okay, Gigi, tons of yeses about you planting the seeds right now. There's a lot you're going to have to let go of to make room for this in your life and in your schedule, but it is going to elevate everything that you have been working on about this house. And it is what you're doing. The 3 jobs you have, even 4, they're all very important. Where you are right now, the condo thing, the thing that we're asking about, as well as, what's the 4th thing I'm thinking of? The products that we were talking about, okay? Isn't it? Isn't it? So, Gigi, that's Empress energy, babe. You are my Aries boss bitch. You go out, you keep doing it. Things are gonna get lighter and easier. I pray, I hope. And I also, with this house and the significance of that, and home and nurturing and you being the mom, I also want you to tap into all, your guardian angel, your friends that have passed recently that we've talked about, all of that for spirit guide assistance and protection and prayers. I just see like all your ancestral spirit team here. I also think that okay, this sounds crazy because we haven't dealt with this in a long time, but I feel like you're going to need to change the locks to something, maybe the tiny house, but this is like a physical, to me, like one thing you have to do in the 3D world is change the locks. I don't know what that's about. It might have to do with the tiny home. Okay, hold on. Let me see what's coming up just in the next few days. Okay, Gigi, for some of this full moon energy. And if we get any kind of financial help here. Everybody good? You guys, and I'm coming to the rest of you that had dates. And if you have a specific question, let me know. Uh-huh. 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 Let's go, Gigi. Budge. Girl. Wow, gee. Okay. This looks fantastic, G. Okay. 9 of Swords doesn't always make me happy, but you're worrying about a lot of stuff, and that's that. And fundamentally, this has gone on in the past. It's still kind of going on, and it's you having to really suck it up and do a lot of stuff by yourself from the very core of your spine all the way to your third eye. This is where you start to get together with a few people who are going to help you with these changes that we've been talking about. Pentacles are work, money. So, and here you are, you cute little elephant. God is here, Aleph, bringing you messages, love, understanding, loyalty. I think you are around some good people who are going to help you with this particular job. And you also have the Knight of Pentacles, which I see as you, gender fluid, all right? Where you're like, you're learning from these people, but you're about to take over. They're going to learn from you, and you know that's how it goes. Now, there's a few guys here. There's a few guys here popping in like, hey girl, and they're doing a little dick swinging, if I may say so, because I can talk to you that way. But it's also, there's just a lot of passion going on. So don't let that get too involved in your work. But this is you going, aha. This is an aha moment where I can move forward. Again, and Three of Swords can be heartache and some of that. But I see this as more of you communicating a lot of ideas. Can you see that? Can you see that? There. This is where I see you communicating a lot of ideas, okay? We're still in a Mercury shadow, but it's finally out of frigging retrograde, which I have a funny comment about that. Yeah, there's a few people that you work with that have good ideas. You have good ideas. You guys are going to be working together. Okay. And here's the Ace of Pentacles. Look at this. Look at all the pentacles. You do have a couple people. Um, I could name them, but I won't. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. A lot of times this is hurtful like crap, but no. This is all of this coming together to help you get going, but you get going. You whip out the whip, girl, and you take charge. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple messages coming in, but these are, I think, two guys. One wants to help and nurture, the other's really nice, but he's like really slow, promises you all kinds of things, but he's taking his time. It's not a bad thing, but this one, he doesn't really want to help. He's just bringing you some coffee, which doesn't suck. Name the people out loud. For real? For real? For real? This is Daniel pretending to help. This is a couple of the other ones I'm not gonna name. They just want to offer you something. Hold on, I want to clarify a couple things. Queen of Swords. See that? There you are, baby. You're gonna call a spade with all of this. And although you're learning from these other people, you are swiftly going to take the lead. Bingity bang. Boom. High Priestess. There she is. Intuitive as all get out. You know what you're doing. I trust you with this. I think it's a good thing, Amy. I also think that you're going to move things along much more quickly on your own than with these two, and we know that. I know. It's kind of funny that it came out this way. I won't lie, knowing all the circumstances, it is a bit of a giggle. I hope it makes sense too. I really think it does. I just, you're over here. Look at those blue eyes on that. I love it. She's never hurts anybody. She's not here to whip out her sword. She's just kind of role playing. Okay. And I also think you're going to get some ideas and messages like right now based on the moon alignment. So pay attention to that. I think it's going to come in really fast. This is sword energy too. that's going to come in fast, and you're going to intuitively know what to do. I do think this has to do with your creative stuff, nothing with the family, okay? Yeah. Well, if you need some ideas, she's got a crown and a sword there, and yeah, it's kind of sexy. You know what I'm saying? All right. And if anybody, needs OnlyFans advice, just let me do a reading for you. Just kidding. On the bottom of the deck is a tower. So I don't always see that as bad. Gigi, I see that as a lot of the changes you've been through, and that actually these are heartfelt things that you've been thinking, talking about, and need to do. It's kind of a new beginning coming in. All right. Cool. I like that for you. Angie said progression through the 7, 8, 9 of the pentacles in the. Oh, cool. Cool. Angie, you know what I thought about your reading, man. I was just like, gosh, good Lord. I'm trying not to think about all that, but it just keeps coming. Right? You know what, babe? Look, Ace of Swords. When I said I don't think it's a bad thing, I think it's a good thing. And that's my truth card, because towers can be good. Like maybe that certain somebody's going to come fix your water heater like today, instead of taking his time. Okay. Now, all right, you guys. Have I lost everybody in my little OnlyFans rant? I love you, Gigi. I hope you have a good rest of your day at work. I know some of you put some dates in. If you have questions, put QQQ so I can find them. Oh, Peggy, I will have to pull out your notes and we'll get into all of that too. I want to give you more time. Oh, you're still here. I love you. Okay. If it's just you, Peg, let me see who I missed. Is there anybody? So we got Kathy. I knew Gigi. Is Venus back? Judy. Okay. Judy wants to know about her mom and dad. Peggy, I don't Gigi, I don't know if you heard me, but I'm going to have a Zoom meeting. I think I told you I'm going to have a Zoom meeting for everybody. Okay. So Judy. Okay. Peggy, is it okay if I look at Judy's real quick? I know you're a member, so I don't want to be like that. Judy, you got to be a member. Come on, Judy. Okay, where are those dates? Here they are. Hold on, Judy, because I think I have notes on you. Where did I put everybody? Oh, right here. She's right here. Yay. Okay. Let me see how I'm going to do this. Move cards. Arrange table. I've got other people's numbers on here, so hold on. Oh my God, I need a bigger table. Okay. Judy, you are 51496. Is that what Kathy is too? Very close. Isn't that wild, you guys? Do you see that? That's a lot like Kathy. Let me go down here to the new comments. She wanted her son too. Okay. That's wild. It's very much a little bit like Kathy's family. Did you know Kathy in a past life? Okay, so your mom, let me do your mom over here. is 1931, 1904. Very cool. And then your mom. No, wait. Did I just mix them up? No, I did that right. Okay, this is your dad. My mom was born in 1926. I was the last child. Wow. I wish it wasn't backwards. Let me try changing the settings again. Last four, 0 extra cash. Sorry, babe. Oh, don't be sorry. I kid about stuff like that. It's such a pleasure to do this, you guys. You have no idea. There, that's better. I'm like, what am I doing wrong here? So, first of all, you have that Hierophant Church energy in you. So does your mom. So does your dad. And as you know, you heard me say, those are significant soul connections and contracts. Be curious how you got along with everyone. You feel to me very much a lot like your mom. You have the magician alchemy of the one. Also, remember you're a 10 and an 01, and so is your mom. Okay. You and your mom have that emperor ruler energy here. And also, remember, you're in a year of empowerment. Next year is like a rebirth for you. So there's going to be some upheaval for you, Judy. Just keep that in mind. Now, your dad has that chariot soldier, old soul, past life ×2. Plus, he has the high priestess energy, which is very much an old soul. These are just, you guys have had past lives together. I would say your dad, well, you and your dad also have the 9 and 6. Do you see how much these all overlap? And is there a specific characteristic you'd like to know more about? Would you like to know about your mom as a magician, some of the qualities there? Or is there something you'd like me to look into about your connection with them? Oh, and the sun. Oh, that's for Judy. Thanks, Peggy. Your son is 5/31/1996. Let me go to this. Okay. Your son is 1996, 3105. Look at the fives in you guys. Wow. 18. Did I do that right? 11, 12. Yep. Yeah. Yours does does your son I mean, your son is like a mix of all of you. This is so cool. So you're here you are, everybody's got a 5. It's just amazing to me. I feel like your son and your dad might get along very well. Um, I feel like all of you have a certain sense of telepathy about each. The connections were completely different between them and myself. One was struggle, the other was not really present. And you said it was you got along with your mom? Gosh, you guys are so different but the same, and I feel like your son is a blend with 7745. You guys definitely. And your ex, let me take a look at your ex. That's so interesting because sometimes we don't know why we get married, and sometimes it has to do with these contracts we had to have the kid. Wow. See, your ex is a 7 too. He's a 7142. I mean, it's so incredible to me. So here you are, though. I think you're the oldest soul of all, Judy. I really do. And you have made contracts with these people, not necessarily your ex, but I believe you most likely married him because it was to have your son, if that makes sense to you at all. Um, your ex feels a little bit like your dad in a way. I don't know. You guys are all rolling around. You're the crazy one of them all. Not really. You have the 9 and 6 in you. So you might spin a little. I would say you're the more creative one. Your dad has the 9 and 6. So were you closer to your mom? Not the father of your son. Interesting. Interesting. Well, you guys are all rolling around in the same energy. So maybe not the father of your son now, but there's past life connections here. If you would choose, X was a carbon of your dad. Yeah. 7722. The 4, um, and then your dad and you have the 9 and 6. So you're close to your mom. Yeah. I would say that's the closest energy, most definitely. It's almost a match to your mom, but you kind of pulled this 9 and 6 from your dad with that ability to spin and stuff like that. Your son's dad is 92957. All right, because you have to understand there's a reason that you married the ex, whether he's the dad or not. They there's a connection here. I don't know how well they get along, but they ought to, but they may not. They may be a lot alike and butt heads. I'm not sure. But let me look at his dad. 1957, 29. He's got the master number 11 in him, but he's a 2. And 09. Wow, he's got the 9 and 6 in him as well. And what do we have here? We've got that 4 again. So your son's dad has a master number 11, a master intuitive, and the 22 being the master builder. Who else had that? I'm mixing up readings. Okay, hold on one second. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, right? So he's 6, 9, 2, 4. 6, 9, 9, 6, 2, 4. So, Judy, do you see this is your son's dad down here? I'll put birth dad. I feel like the birth dad, honestly, Judy, I feel like your ex and your son have more in common. He is, yeah. He's very intuitive, very intelligent, really can get shit done. But he spends a lot. Crazy story. I'm not saying he's a bad guy. I think he's super creative. He is the muse, he's the hermit, he's the prophet, old soul. But I think he has the ability to spend more than most people. Does that make sense? He may have some addiction issues. I could be wrong about that, but he's very different than your son and your ex. Does that make sense to you? He's a drinker. Yeah. I would have guessed it. Well, I guess I did guess it. But they get along and they did butt heads, the ex. Yeah. They should try to get along. They really have a lot in common, as does this energy kind of play over to your dad and your mom. I feel like this group, your ex, is like way out over here. And he could be really mixing with you. You know, I can see you've got the 9 and 6 in you too, but he has it twice. And that's not always a bad thing, but it feels complicated. And without going into all the descriptions, he's quite different than the rest of you. Meredith, hi, nice to see you. I believe I have your notes right here. So, Judy, I hope it's just kind of enlightening right now. And I'm going to save this. I'll rewrite it, make it prettier so that we can talk about, like, maybe you want to know more about your son. You have some specific questions about him. I'd be happy to also share with you the Cancerian energy. Just make sure you guys message me in the comments or something like, hey, Liz, make that post or share that file with me, because I have files on all of these numbers and it'll help you understand the vibration, the frequency, the energy you get off of people and why we don't, how we're soul contracted together. And even though in this example, the birth father, it's biological, the universe has you in a different situation, and your son and with somebody that I think he might get along better. It was complicated between the birth dad and I'm sorry. He is magical. He really is a magical guy. He's just got some problems. And maybe you want me to share with you next time more about 6 and 9s and what that's like. I'll add my son's partner. Ooh, I'm 718. Okay. Let's see. Partner is 1998. 1707. 78. Oh, what's 10 and 17? 26 and 9, right? I think so. And then 7 and 24 is a 6. Look at that. 6, 9. He's a 6. 9, 6, 8, 7. Your son's partner is a lot more like the dad, the birth dad. What a web we weave, right? Past life stuff. I'm telling you, your son has the past life number in him too. He's like, oh, I'm going to go find somebody just like my dad and a little bit like everybody else with the 7s. How is the partner? Did they have a tough time growing up? Because this 8 could kind of cause them to split a little bit. Not in a weird way, but just have a gap, something they feel like they can't ever fill with the 8, or they're quite a visionary and very balanced, much like Peggy. She's just amazing. 888+1. They did. Bad background. Yeah. Well, if it helps, if the partner, I mean, if they could see these, I would be like, look, you're attracted to people that are kind of like your birth dad. But the best thing would be to learn how to balance, and especially learn how to work. Your son needs to learn how to work with the partner. If they had some abandonment issues, childhood trauma, even actually growing up in a war zone, things like that. So there's a lot of vibration and frequency around this energy that we could get people to look at and understand, and then they can get along better. Was that one of the titles, Angie? Maybe that's meant to be what a angled web we weave. But they are quite different. And I think if they could see this and be like, oh my gosh, I see the connections. Okay, how do we work well together? So that's something they struggled. Well, cool. Remind me to share some of these infos and the files that explain the characteristics and the energy around these numbers, and they might get to understand each other even better. Because there's also what I call homework, but it's more about journaling, meditation, all these kinds of things, and opening up ways to communicate about my energy rolls like this and yours rolls like that. Much like doing a synergy chart and astrology, I just go into a lot of past life connections here, and you guys have it in spades. You're contracted. You and your son are contracted together. It's beautiful. I couldn't see that chat. What'd I miss? Let me take your numbers down. Oop, I'm going to have to go soon. Okay. Did I miss something, Judy? Angie told you it was me. Yeah. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. It's so interesting how he connected with the stepdad too. And then his partner, it's just is like his real dad. It's kind of fascinating to me. So I promise, Judy, I'm going to save this and we'll go even deeper. And to all of you who I've promised files, please hold me accountable. Okay, I've got wicked cool. Oh, I'm glad you loved it. Thank you for being here, Judy. I promise to save this and rewrite it. And Meredith, Meredith and Venus are on the back. So look at Angie would give me an F for note taking. Okay. You're so welcome. I hope you come back because I do have a lot more to go into for all of you with these readings. Does anybody have a quick question I could answer by pulling some cards? You want me to do your healing brings their comma, grab the popcorn. So funny. Okay. Peggy, my love, you have a trip coming up. Should we pull a couple cards on that before I go? Peggy. Earth to Peggy. Peggy, Peggy, Peggy. Okay. Now, we're just going to get the vibe for today. We might have to do it again, okay? I'm just going to do like a 3-card pull. You know what? Now I'm going to involve you. Are you driving? Are you driving? Oh, thanks, Angie. Happy to do charm readings for you guys here too. They are never far away. I love my charms. I'm so attached. Oh, your son's applying for a job? I'm going through that too. Look what fell out. Queen of Swords, Knight of Cups. Queen of Swords, Nine of Cups. Hold on one more second. I feel like it's kind of a good thing, and I think it might make him happy, but let me see. Huh. I get a Tower, no. And Meredith, honestly, you might have to take care of him a little bit, nurture him through this. I don't think this one's coming through, but I could be wrong. What's on the bottom of the deck? The Emperor. I think he just needs to hold on just a little bit longer. You might have to nurture him through this. Don't let him feel like a failure. I'm not. What are you not? Okay, Meredith? But if he gets the job, I'm so happy to be wrong. I'm dying to know if I included in the 6 of Cups stitch. And who is that? You're welcome, Meredith. I hope he does get the job. It's so hard right now, and I'm going through this with my son, too. Oh, you're not driving. Okay, cool. Meredith, if he gets the job, please let me know. You were wrong, Liz. You were wrong. You were so wrong. Oh, thank you, Judy. That is so sweet. And I'm thanking you for Angie, too. That really warms our heart. I want Angie and I to do more collabs. I'm a whole cute face. All right. I'm not sure what I'm doing, Peggy, but I want you to do this with me. Okay. 1 or 2, Peggy. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. 2. That's funny. I didn't think you were going to pick that one. I know. You guys are amazing. We really appreciate it. Okay. Getting down to the nitty-gritty, tapping in. Oh, you guys, don't forget, no matter what I do Friday, we're going to do another remote viewing exercise. So practice your muscles. Practice your muscles. I felt you wanted to pick one. Okay, I'm not picking. You pick 1 or 2. I'm closing my eyes. Oh, Kathy. Wow, very cool. Very cool. 1 or 2, Peggy, one more time, and I'll leave you alone. Okay, 1. All right, now I'm going to see what I get about a fun, awesome trip. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Good Lord. I'm not taking reversals. Maybe I picked him upside down. 6 of Cups. I mean, we could look at it in reverse, but I think this is the way it's supposed to be. it's going to be, it's been expensive, but it's really going to be worth it. I really think it's going to fine tune all your chakras and everything you want. You're going to have so much fun. You're going to be this. You're just going to be floating around with your tea, your healthy tea, and everything's going to be balanced and flowing very beautifully. You may feel a little reminiscent about some of the people there and some of the stuff that's gone down. You're going to intuitively know that in your third eye and crown chakra, but you're going to be able to balance it. Yeah, she's going to be right here. I think there's going to be some like going back, maybe, talking about something, but I think it's going to be pretty well balanced. Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck. And a Ten of Swords. Well, this is kind of what I thought about the Six of Swords. I think there could be some jibber jabber and stuff, but it's going to balance out. That's all I have to say about that. And you're going to learn a lot of truths, a lot of new ideas, so much that's just going to be really cool. Yes, Peggy. Absolutely. You're going to rule it. That makes me want to sing that song. Is that a Billie Eilish song or something? I sound like Angie right now. What's that song? Yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you, Peggy. Okay, it came out in the cards, but you're going to handle it. You're going to handle it. And it might hurt your heart a little bit, but you're going to balance it out. So, it's going to be good. I want to see what this 10 of Pentacles is all about. King of Pentacles. You're meant to go. You're meant to really elevate your mediumship for real with that purple popping out at me, your third eye, your crown chakra, all of that's really going to be lit up. All of your chakras are going to get balanced out. King and queen, you're going to be feeling very grounded, very much like you fit in, and you're going to get nurtured a lot, which I love for you because you do so much of the nurturing yourself. Judy, don't even. This is why we're going to have a private Zoom meeting. Okay, guys? Okay. We're going to have a private Zoom, members only. Judy will gift you a membership, okay? Oh, and the Seven of Pentacles flew out too. Just keep nurturing and watering that seed, girl, and grow that tree. You'll make a lot of good, heartfelt decisions on this trip. I want to pull an oracle card for you too. You know what's going through my head? Yeah, you guys. Okay, I'll plan a members only Zoom. We'll do that. That'd be so fun where we can sit and talk and really shoot the shit. Look. Hi, Peggy. Listen, this is such a good omen and that Empress energy. You go, you fly, feel light and loved and nurtured, but will you come back? Don't fly away on that hot air balloon and never come back, okay? Juicy Judy gossip. Ooh, things I did not know. Oh, I can't wait to set up a Zoom. We'll do it maybe at the end of the month after Easter. Peggy, you're gonna go on that trip in a hot air balloon, so be careful. Judy, I can't wait to learn more. I'm gonna go back and look at your numbers. Somewhere in there, there's a gossip number. I'm gonna end on this now. Peggy, take a screenshot. Please come back. Oh, yay! That would be wonderful. Okay, good. I wanted to make sure you were gonna come back because I feel like people can get really lost on those hot air balloons. I know. What would we do? What would we do? So I need her to, s you know, keep a compass with her so she doesn't get lost. Oh, look what's on the bottom, you guys. Blessings. It looks a little scary, but I love it. Blessings, you guys. Oh, I'm so glad you had fun. I am so glad you had fun, you guys. That's the most important thing, and that you get a little something out of it. But the best part for me is connecting with you guys. Thank you for being here. I love you guys. Sorry to cut it short. I'm just having one of those days. Oh, Kathy, I'm so glad to hear that. You're directionally challenged. Please take a GPS or compass. And don't go walking off hiking by yourself. You're so cute. I'm directionally challenged too. That's why I keep, maps all around. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Angie, thank you for being here. And I loved your reading this morning. I tried to be quiet. It was difficult, but I absolutely paid attention and I did resonate. I love you guys. Mwah! Bye. Have a good afternoon. Thank you. Thank you more. All right. I will see you in the pick of cards, and Friday I'll be back. And we'll figure out something fun to do, but we're absolutely going to do another remote viewing exercise. So that'll be really cool. The cyst. Oh, Angie, I think your chat might have just been off to the side. Sometimes, did you fix it before I go? I know. I'm like, what cyst? I have a cyst? Holy crap balls. I have a cyst? Oh, yeah, that would be nice. Hit the like button. I don't know what pushes these lives out. TikTok really pushes their lives out, but then it gets complicated. So I love having this. It is weird. Um, well, Mercury's finally going forward. And you know what's funny, you guys? Everything. Angie and I were dying, but I mean everything was breaking around here, including one of my sinks just started dripping. Just a slow drip. One of those things you're like, I'm a woman. I don't have a guy to help. I don't know. I'll fix it later. So I let it drip. Water's included in my HOA bill. I know I could have been more conservative about water, but anyway, here's the thing. Drip, 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 drip. The whole time Mercury is in retrograde, and then Mercury goes forward. I was about to cuss. The sink stopped dripping. So good thing I didn't call a plumber yet. Sometimes procrastination will get you places, and that's my Liz insight of the day, that sometimes procrastination can be your friend. My son told me to stop talking because of things that we talked about happening all in 48 hours. Oh, no. Oh, no, that's funny. That's so funny. You guys are cracking me up. I hate that I have to go, but I do have to go. I'm sorry. I love you guys. I'll be back Friday. In the meantime, Angie, as you know, is live every morning, and I love that. Such a good vibe. Do go watch the replays. Witchy woman. Okay. All right. I'm out. I love you guys. I'm like my Cuban mother-in-law who took 4 hours to say goodbye. All right. I love you guys. Peace out. Much love. Stay safe out there.